Hello friends, in this session we will be discussing about the abstract class and its usages. Okay, we'll start with the simple example. We'll go with the we'll start understanding the abstract class first, then we'll go with an example of other thing, how to use the abstract class. So we'll start with a class A, which has a method fun. It has some content in it. It has the body basically. Void hello. Okay. Now I'll end the method here itself. Void test. I'll end the test method also here itself. Okay. Now when I try to create an object of a is equal to new a, and when I say a dot fun will be printed, but when I say a dot hello, will something be printed? No, right? So such kind of methods which doesn't have body are called as abstract methods. So we need to declare it as abstract. Abstract is a keyword. We need to declare it as abstract. I will need to have some space. Abstract. Okay. There is one more rule here. If there is a single abstract method in the class, then the whole class has to be declared as abstract. Okay. So again one more condition is there. The condition is, in Java we will not be able to create an object of abstract class. Okay. So how will I work with this class? I will not be able to create an object of abstract class, but how will I work with this class? Because although if Java would have allowed us to create an object of abstract class, what would be the output of hello and test method? There is no output, right? So Java doesn't allow you to create an object of abstract class. So what is the use of this class? There is one member called as fun available which can give us some output, but other two can't give, but still the fun method can be giving us output. But what is the use of this class when I am not able to create an object of this particular class? Okay. But definitely we can extend this by one more class. Class B extends A. Okay. I can have some members inside this class, but whenever I extend class A, which is an abstract class, this class has to give the implementation or the body for these two methods, or it has to override the hello and test method and give the implementation for it. Okay. So now void hello and then say SOP of hello, void test SOP of test. Okay. This can have some extra member, void open lambda, and then give some sysout statement as open lambda. Okay. So there is a class B which extends A, which has given the implementation for these two APIs methods which are abstract in the superclass. So it's the duty of the subclass to give the implementation. Now if at all this is not interested, then go ahead and declare this particular method as abstract, then this whole class becomes abstract. You need to give the implementation in the subclass, some other class whichever whichever extends this particular class. Okay. Now invocation of the members are very simple. What will I do is, I will go ahead and say A is equal to new A, which is not possible at all, but I can always say BB is equal to new B. Now when I say BB is equal to new B, what happens is, the object of subclass would be created. Through B I can access all the members of superclass and subclass, fun, hello, test and open lambda I can access, right? Because it's a overridden method, these two methods, it refers to the object and gets me the output. Okay, I can also go ahead and say A is equal to new B also, right? Superclass variable pointing to subclass object. Okay, now A dot hello, A output hello will be printed. So this is pretty clear to you guys, I hope. Okay, then one more question: can I have a constructor in the abstract class? Yes, you can have a constructor in the abstract class, but how do you invoke? Because you will not be able to create an object of abstract class. How do you invoke this constructor? By using the subclass constructor and the super keyword, you will be able to invoke the superclass constructor. Okay, you guys can execute and see the program. Once in the execution I can show you, and invocation of variables and all will be similar. One tricky question is, can I declare my abstract class as final? Which is not possible at all, right? Because abstract class is meant for inheriting. I will not be able to create an object, I have to inherit and work with that particular class. So I will not be, compiler will not allow you to declare your abstract class as final. Okay. So we will start seeing one more program. Yesterday we had discussed something like this, right? In the previous session we discussed something like this: class shape, and we had W and H variables, we had shape which had int A, int B, correct, right? Okay, now W, H, A, B, there was an area method which was undefined. I know this undefined doesn't make any sense, okay, but I need area to calculate a two-dimensional object. Okay, so why would I say it as undefined? I will make this as abstract itself, right? The basic idea of abstract is what? Abstract means something which is unclear to us. I know there is an area, but I don't know what is the area of a shape, okay, which is unclear. Okay, so the whole class becomes abstract, correct, right? So now there is a class called as rectangle which extends shape. This will be having its own constructor. Okay, there is a area method which I need to give the implementation. I know the implementation here. Implementation would be W into H, right? Okay, so now whenever I need an object, same like the previous session, shape S is equal to new rectangle of 10, 20, whatever they might be the value, S dot area. Area method will be invoked from this particular class. Okay, so the basic idea here is, if you are not sure what might be the future implementation of the area method, go ahead and declare it as abstract. It can be a rectangle, it can be a triangle, or it can be some other two-dimensional object. Okay, at this point of time I don't know what is the area. Fine, go ahead and declare it as abstract. You know it will be having two values to calculate, W and H to define it. There is a constructor which takes up the values and all. I think this is wrong. It should be super of A comma B. So the basic idea here is, when will you go for a class and when will you go for an abstract class? When you are not sure of the implementation, when there is something partial knowledge to implement, like you know something is this is fixed and this can be varying depending upon what comes next. Okay, that is when we go for an abstract class. Apart from this, abstract class is nothing much. I will go ahead and make the changes for the abstract class. or the class what we had seen. See here, there is a shape class, rectangle and triangle class, right? This area, why should I give a concrete implementation when I know that is undefined? So I need to make this as abstract. When there is a single abstract method, the whole class will become abstract. That's we discussed. Okay. Now I have given the implementation here. I have given the implementation here. The output would be same itself. No differences in the output. But this is a better design than the previous session with respect to overriding. Okay. Now the other thing was, can I have a constructor in the abstract class? Yes, you can have a constructor. I am invoking it. That's pretty clear to you guys. Variables are also available. Let me go ahead and declare it as final. So when I say it as final, see, this class shape can either be abstract or final, not both. So it can either be final or, because final class cannot be inherited. Abstract class is meant for inheritance itself, right? Okay. So then one more thing is there. I have a separate class. Let's take a class called as A. In this class there is no abstract class. Can I go ahead and declare this as abstract? Yes. You can go ahead and declare this as abstract. Even if there is a concrete member also, you can go ahead and declare this as abstract. See, I have a member called as, instead of area, I will define it as fun. I will not give any implementation in the SOP statement. I will just give some implementation, something like this. It's just because it's the same class. A1 is there, AA I will specify. So see, there is a class called as AA, there is a concrete method, but still I can go ahead and declare it as abstract. Okay. In interviews the question might be something like this. There is a class which has all the members as concrete. I don't want somebody to create an object of this class. How would you ensure somebody doesn't create an object of this class? Just go ahead and declare it as abstract. Nobody will be able to create an object of this class. Although all the members are concrete, you will not be able to create an object of this class. Clear with this, guys? Thanks for watching. If you do like this video, please subscribe the Open Lambda channel. Thanks a lot.